finally got to unlock the Dreadnoughts. I don't know why the Celestial looks like a I don't know if it's what it's supposed to be. I think this game predates Mass Effect 2, but it looks like a Reaper to me, or like a giant space shrimp. Celestial. I know a Celestial is a extraterrestrial, usually like a giant alien, like a almost like a Greek god, but of space instead of the Earth. And as you can see from the Celestial, which is the one on the left, it looks like a big green space squid, but it's actually a ship. It says manufacturer Nexus, but that bitch looks bionic. It looks biologic. Versus the one on the right, which actually looks like a ship, like a flying... looks like someone took a bunch of slides off of a Glock and glued them together. It's all square, it's industrial looking, and this one looks like an organism. Anyway, cargo. I'm looking mainly at troopers because I almost solely make my living from hijacking people. 85 and 80. I mean, Dreadnoughts, you can pretty much just scoot around and just smash everyone with a big hammer. It being a Dreadnought, the highest, I think it's the highest offensive ship. You can get a carrier after that, and then in one of the TCs, in one of the DLCs, you can get Titans, which are supposed to be like the size of a space station. Oh my. These armrests are not very comfortable, but the armrests were split on the other. Did I scratch my screen protector? Son of a bitch, did I scratch my screen protector? No, I didn't. Let's get Nightbot running. No, I didn't scratch my screen protector. We'll mute that out. Hard plastic versus the other ones were padded leather, but I don't usually have my elbows out on it. Yeah, Wolverine. You can see the difference between the Wolverine, which is the second to lowest class, and the Dreadnought, which I believe is the second to highest class. And you can see why. But I actually believe that... What did I use? I used this to take one of the Dreadnoughts. So, I mean, it's doable. Anyway, what I was doing. Sell everything. To compare. Okay. It has larger hull, but the Celestial has better shields, I think. We're going to look at that, because whatever one has better shields is probably going to end up being the one. The recharge is the same, but the Celestial's got better. Let's look at this. Let's look at the layout. Get it off my screen. There we go, I think. Let's see, we got 4 and 4, 4 and 4, 4 and 4. These Dreadnoughts are just like wallpapered with guns. 10, 12, 12, 20, and 20. Wow. That is son of a bitch. Okay, 5 wings. 2 wings of fighters. I mean, that... I will probably... Do either one of them have a cloak? No, they don't. Son of a bitch. I mean, I can attest that Dreadnoughts can be taken down. And more often than not, it was the one killing them. 30, we're going to use the Celestial. But first, we're going to get into the Zarya and we're going to strip it because I need these. These are some of the best guns that I've got on this thing. We're going to leave the enhancements on because they don't transfer between ships. All you do is just get a refund. See, carrier. I still can't use a carrier, but it's only the 5 levels up. Okay. Repair hull, rearm. This thing took a tremendous beating. I think the only way that I was able to get this, to capture a Celestial was, it was like me, 2 followers that I had hired, 2 mercenaries I had followed, 2 mercenaries I had hired, and probably like the better part of a dozen random Nixium Consortium ships just happened to be in the area, and this thing warped in and just started attacking. They just got set upon, but I mean, it was holding off the better part of 15, 16 ships at the same time, and it still didn't die. And I had enough, and it survived long enough for me to go hit it with a boarding while I was cloaked, so it wasn't just mauling me at close range. Board it. It killed all my troopers. So it killed troopers, probably like 60 troopers, and probably like 50 troopers it killed. And then I had time to go back to a starbase, get more troopers, and it wasn't even the nearest starbase. Turn around, come back to where this thing was still enduring that onslaught and dishing it out, and board it again in order to exhaust its supply of troops. I mean, it was like unreal. This thing, it was just like you knew where it was at because you could just like come and see all these tracer rounds flying through space, all concentrated in the same spot, and you get there and the Celestial's just sitting there, just tanking it, and it's like, son of a bitch. This thing is strong as hell. I think I might have made 2 trips back to the starbase to get more troopers to capture it. I mean, it just sat there and just took it like a trooper. SBR2, no, SBR3. There's something I had at the front. It might have been the Outlaw 3. I like having gunboats. Where am I at? There we go. Outlaw 2, Dragoon 3. Oh shit, I had Barracudas on it. I only had Barracuda 2s. Let's see what you got here. I hope the gun arcs are pretty good in this. Let's see, 5, 7, 25, yes. 5, 20, 5. No, we'll do these 2. I probably got enough bandicoots to equip this thing like crazy. Bandies. Bandicoot. I'm really partial to using the bandicoot on my, my things here. Make sure you do that. I always forget to do that to, re-equip Artemis 3. Why did it just... that's odd. All damage. Whatever. Let's see if they've got Syntha 3. Got Syntha 1. Killing me, man. Okay. Perpetua? No. Is it Cybot? Yeah, it's Cybot 3. Man, they're fighter damage and fuel efficiency. We'll do it. Protecta 2, no. Vega 3, yeah. Okay. Can't buy anything else. This thing looks funky as hell. Like I almost don't want to paint it because of that
We should
design
check the
on
star chart. New missions are available.
But yeah, wow, damn, that actually looks. Do this thing looking like a Reaper. I mean, you paint it red. Look at that. It like turns it like the color of dried blood. Oh shit, that's actually pretty hot looking. Let's see how it looks when it's not. See, it's like. We might actually keep that blue. Yeah. I wonder how the firing arc's on this, because it reminds me of the Era Stark, which I hated the firing angles on. I still got that Apollo around here somewhere, don't I? Where are you at? I'm not going to shoot my ally, I'm just... Oh, there's junk here. Let's see how the firing arcs look. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of concentrated fire. Let's see the frontal. Not great on the frontal. Let's see, I don't want to shoot back into this. Oh, it's got a big blind spot in the back. But what we're going to do is we're going to go somewhere else because let's go to Nagano.
Transferring all available power to engines.
It's angry looking. Of course, being a giant ship, it takes forever to power up the booster. It definitely looks like an Era Stark with those.
Hostiles confirmed in sensor radius.
Let's see, where are you at? I will decimate you like you won't even know what hit you. I can find you. Where the fuck are you at? Are you above me? Yeah. Oh. That's almost not even worth
Hostiles confirmed in
flying
sensor
up
radius.
there. I mean, seriously? Seriously? Look, you can't even, and I kind of like it about this game, but you can't even say, oh, you know, I'm a master of my domain. I can go anywhere, do anything. Well, I don't know. I don't want to be an elitist, but yeah, you can't even say, oh no, you know, I'm end game. I've got a dreadnought. I can go anywhere, do anything. Because you can't, because there's still the behemoth. They recycle. There's not a lot of names in the ship, in the randomized ship registry. So you'll see, particularly the behemoth. I've seen multiple ships named the behemoth. Once I go through Nagano and hopefully find some Synth 3 upgrades to tack onto my autocannons, they're called railguns, but they're autocannons. I am going to see enhancements. Please tell me you got Syntha 3. Yes. Syntha 3, what it does is it makes the gun more energy efficient, I think. Battery energy recharge. It allows you, when you turn away from an enemy, for the power source for the weapon to regenerate quicker. These pre-net sensor radius, chance to cloak. Yeah, you never know when you're gonna need that. Okay, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna do what I've done several times now. It's become
Changing
like my
course.
proving grounds.
Affirmative.
Actually,
Engines on overdrive.
Aristarch. You can kind of see it from the picture. Yeah, here we go. The Aristarch, it's got a little picture of the ship there. It even looks small on my plasma here. But if you look, the Aristarch is kind of like, I don't know, it almost looks like a shrimp body, and it's got two like long arms that reach down and then curl back, and then the Celestial Dreadnought has the same thing, but it's kind of larger at the front, more like a squid that's traveling backwards. So it's like a squid, but the bell of the squid, what you'd see the leading end of it that looks like it's shaped like a spearhead, is at the back end of the ship, and at the front it's got like a few, I guess they're antennae for the ship that point straight forward. And they're almost like a few legs of the squid, and then the two longer legs of the squid that you often see on giant squids are forward and then curve and then come back, and they point towards the rear of the ship. I'll hire them just because. See? Anyway.
Yes, sir.
I've been
Firing
using
new coordinates.
Saskatchewan
Yes, sir.
as a proving
Engine
ground
set
for
to
my
maximum
larger
power.
ships. You get down in it. Saskatchewan is like so-so when it comes to the danger
Hostiles
level.
decloaking.
What? Really? You're gonna get manhandled.
Destroy the enemy target.
Look at those shield batteries just holding up. That's what I was talking about with all these ships. I haven't yawed the ship or pitched it or anything.
Another hostile ship has been blown away.
And that was nasty. Okay, let's see, is there any else? That was nasty. This thing does look funny. It's all lit up. Okay. It's Nixian ale. We'll
Yes,
get
sir.
here because I don't feel like
Engine set
having
to
this.
maximum power.
I mean, like I said, I'm not going to run off at the mouth and say that Dreadnoughts are invincible, because they're certainly not, but it's better than having a Corvette, especially when you're outnumbered. Is it better than a battleship? Have I taken down probably 7 or 8 Dreadnoughts at least with my battleship with the Zuria? Yes, I have. is definitely doable. But if you have, it's like
Affirmative. Setting course. Yes,
having a
sir.
car that's
Engine set
fast
to maximum
and
power.
fuel efficient versus just having a car that's fast. Your longevity is better. It might have been a bad metaphor, but like with this thing is basically just like 2/3 of a step higher than my battleship was. It's just a bigger battleship, more potent.
Sir, we
It's
have
more
reports
durable.
of enemy stations nearby. Sensors are picking up hostiles in the vicinity.
This is gonna take me in. Let's see, how far are we? 1,300 from Sasquatch 1.
Aye,
Should be
Captain.
enough.
All batteries fire at will.
Let's turn this way.
Affirmative. Changing course. Transferring all available power. Shield emitter failed.
Kinda surprised.
Engaging automated system. All weapons on auto. Shield reactivation. We are losing shield.
Is there more Dreadnoughts here?
Warning. System failing. Captain,
Jesus
we've
Christ.
lost shields. Hull breach imminent. Yes, sir. Firing new coordinates. Rerouting all power to engines.
Have I died? That was surprisingly. I don't know what the deal was. It was like it wasn't firing back. Something on here is dusty because I just touched this chair. That was disappointing because I went in there with the Zarya and was able to really. I was able to kill everyone. And I'm not sure why, because I should have been within range. I wasn't depleting batteries. Sometimes this game is like, it doesn't seem like it has a
Monitoring
full
comm
grasp on
frequencies
itself.
revealed new available missions. Roger that. Commencing automated firing sequence. Unfriendly target acquired.
Just watch how this opens up. You see that? I don't know what the distance is on that. Let's see, I have a feeling since if I'm going to be going broadside, 1020, I mean seriously, that should be cleaning up, but what I think it is 700, this is 780. Huh. Okay, we're gonna give this another try. Let's see where I'm at.
New waypoint confirmed. Yes, sir. Engine set to maximum power. Unfriendly target acquired. Executing PTE protocols.
If I die again assaulting Saskatchewan,
Engaging automated protocols. All weapons on auto.
I could, given the amount of battery that's here, I could probably equip this thing entirely with beam weapons, which I may do in a minute, and then just leave, which actually I think I will do. We'll try that. Warlock 3, how many do I have? 1. How many KNS 3s? 1.
Affirmative. Setting course. Transferring all available power to engines.
Maybe the gun arcs, because I mean some of these battleships, this is kind of funny with the way that
enemy station identified in the vicinity. Enemy in sensor range.
Let's deploy the fighter wings.
Engaging automated protocols. All weapons on auto mode.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna skirt them a little bit. We're gonna take this a little bit differently. If I can take out one, like,
enemy in sensor range.
if I can take out like one like shoulder of their fleet that's sitting around Saskatchewan, then that means that I won't be getting hammered from that side, and I'll be able to you know, maneuver. Definitely. They've got to have at least one dreadnought sitting around here. Cruiser, battleship. If they have a carrier or a dreadnought sitting around here, I could be outmatched. But a bunch of battleships, I mean, they do have quite a few Osiris's, and I'd like to snag one of them, see how it is. But I get within probably 900.
Hostiles confirmed in sensor radius.
I'd like to stay down by my
Enemy ship destroyed.
Oh, why is he here?
Tactical reports of hostiles in the area. Hostiles confirmed in sensor radius. Target eliminated.
No,